How does slop in RC drive shafts affect performance? Imagine you're racing your remote control car across a bumpy track or climbing over rocks. You might notice it jerks or feels a little off sometimes. That's often linked to how the drive shafts are working inside. Drive shafts are the parts that transfer power from the motor to the wheels. They are a key part of the structural components that keep your RC vehicle moving smoothly. Now, within these drive shafts, there can be a tiny bit of looseness called slop. Slop is the small amount of free play or wiggle between the parts when the drive shaft rotates. It might seem minor, but it can have a big impact on how your RC car performs. A little slop is actually helpful because it allows the chassis to flex and the suspension to move without putting stress on the drive shafts. This flexibility helps prevent parts from binding or breaking when you go over rough terrain or make sharp turns. Without some slop, the drive shafts could stiffen up or even seize when the chassis twists during aggressive driving. But if the slop gets too much, it can cause problems. Excessive slop means the power from the motor isn't transferred efficiently. Some energy gets lost in the slack before the drive shaft actually engages and turns the wheels. This can make your car slower or less responsive. It can also cause vibrations or jerky movements, making your control less smooth. Over time, too much slop can wear out parts faster because they are moving more than they should. The loose fit often comes from the way the drive shaft fits into the bearings or the outdrives in the differential. Upgrading to tighter tolerance parts or adding shims can help reduce this unwanted looseness. In practical terms, a little bit of slop is normal and even good for absorbing shocks and stresses. But keeping it minimal helps your RC vehicle run better, with more power, smoother handling, and longer-lasting parts. Proper alignment and making sure the drive shafts are phased correctly also help reduce vibrations and improve performance. So, managing slop in your drive shafts is about finding the right balance. Enough to allow for movement and prevent damage, but not so much that it hampers power transfer or causes instability. When you keep this balance, your RC car will handle better, accelerate faster, and stay in good shape longer.